All right, guys. So today we are having an emergency Zoom call because Jessica and I speak to pet sitters every single day here at Pet Nanny Coach. And what we're finding is people are still fearful about multiplying their businesses after COVID. So I wanted to put together this amazing workshop for you where we can really work together, give you guys a ton of actionable information that you can implement in your business right now to get results. All right, so you have been emailed a workbook. This is a awesome workbook. This is going to be your action plan. All right, so we're going to have an interactive workshop where I'm going to teach you a lot of great things, and at the end you're going to walk away with this plan. All right, so if you don't have this workbook, let me know and we will post the link. Actually, Abernathy, do you have the link to post in the chat?
I don't think I do. I'll look really quick.
Okay. Nancy said, my computer has been temperamental lately and not connecting. Sorry for being a ghost lately. Oh, that's okay. I just want to let you know I've just been reaching out, but I haven't heard back. We haven't been able to connect. Okay, so workbook here. And then also, guys, if you want to learn, it's really important that you pay attention and try not to multitask. So put your phone on do not disturb, close out your email, close out your Slack, and pay attention because I'm really giving you a lot of really actionable advice and strategies today. Okay. All right. So Abernathy is with us. Jessica Abernathy. She is my right-hand woman here at Pet Nanny Coach. She'll be monitoring the chat for me and letting me, and at the end, we're going to have a Q&A. So I'm going to give you a lot of information. You're going to have a lot of questions. I'm happy to answer anything at the completion of the workshop. Oh, Joanne from Westchester, PA, very close to me. How are you? Actually, I have to go out to Westchester this weekend for my boys' football game. I think St. Agnes they're playing. All right, small world. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Oops. All right. Jessica Abernathy, can you see that?
Yes, ma'am, I can. Cute little puppy every time. He's so cute.
No, looks just like my Jack Russell Teddy from when I was growing up. He was very smelly though. All right, guys. Today your workshop is how to make $10,000 or more a month in your pet sitting business without having to work 365 days a year. That is what I teach you, how to make more money so that you can have more freedom in your life. The less you work, you will actually make more. All right, before we get started, I want to know about where you are in your pet sitting journey. So are you a 1, a 2, or a 3? Let me know in the chat. 1, you're making less than $1,000 per month. 2, making between $1,000 and $3,000 per month, or 3, making more than $3,000 per month. All right, Micah is a 2. All right, guys, let me know in the chat. Gail, hi, Gail, is a 3. Doe is a 1. Christina is a 3. Oh, I was just messaging with a Christina on Facebook. Is that you? I think it was A to Z Pet Sitting. All right, guys. Nope, different Christina. Okay, got it. Nancy said in the summer, a 3, but most of the year, a 2. Okay. And Fianula, I'm so sorry. I'm sure I'm butchering your name. You are a 1. Joanne just started after COVID, and I would say a 1, summer a 2. All right, awesome. All right, guys. So I have some freebies for you today. All right. The first is my COVID recovery report, how to get your pet sitting business back and multiply it after COVID-19. All right. The second freebie I have for you is 35 marketing strategies for pet sitting businesses. This is how you are going to get clients. So 35 strategies for you here. And then freebie number 3 is 37 systems for pet sitting businesses. So if you go to petsittingfreebie.com, you can give me your first name and email and get your free value packed bundle. You go in there, you fill the form out, and I will email this right over to you, these 3 freebies, okay? All right, guys, here's what you're going to learn today. Number one, how to create a sales system that brings you clients while you sleep, generate consistent revenue. Two, how to develop replicable, repeatable systems so that you can easily delegate to scale your business quickly. And three, how to build a dream team of pet sitters so you can massively multiply your pet sitting business. But before we get started, for those that don't know me, my name is Colleen Sedgwick, and I'm the founder of Pet Nanny Coach. And I teach pet sitting businesses how to launch, grow, and multiply their businesses to $10,000 or more a month in revenue. 20 years ago, I had a dream of being my own boss and owning my own business. I took the leap and launched Pet Nanny Pet Sitters of the Main Line in June of 2001. Since then, I've turned my itty bitty biz into a thriving and lucrative enterprise that services over 2,000 clients on the main line of Philadelphia. Even during COVID-19, my pet sitting business had consistent 5-figure months in revenue. A little bit about me. I come from a long line of successful entrepreneurs. I attended The Ohio State University on a full field hockey scholarship. I'm wife to Billy, mom of Lucy, James, and Connor, and they are my motivation for having a successful business. What about you? What's your motivation? Why do you want to create a successful business? Why do you want to multiply your current business? Or why do you want to start your business? Tell me in the chat. I would love to know, what is your why? What is your motivation? Laura, you can get the freebies at petsittingfreebie.com. Laura, so that's what, Micah, financial security. Okay, good. Who else, guys? What's your motivation? Doe wants to be able to stay in California after your husband retires. Awesome. Nancy, I don't want to worry about finances. Good. So you want financial freedom. Good. Who else, guys? What's your why? Getting clear on your why is so, so important. Christina, more personal time, right? So many pet sitters are working themselves ragged and have very little freedom in their lives. And it doesn't have to be that way. You can actually make more money and have more freedom. Laura wants time and financial freedom. Well, good. Laura, you are in the right place. Laurie, being able to get out of sitting and just run my business. Good. So you don't want to be the person doing the client work anymore. You want to move and transition over into the CEO, visionary, managerial position. Love it. And you can absolutely do that. All right. Well, thank you guys for sharing. All right, let's talk about some insights into what's happening in the pet industry since the pandemic hit. With pet adoption on the rise, along with the demand for premium dog care, the pet industry never looked so healthy. It's expected to reach $202 billion by 2025. The spending for pets has hit a staggering increase, a 54% increase for dog food sales and a 52% increase in cat food sales. And lastly, most consumers believe that pets are people too. A vast majority of pet owners describe their pets as family members. Not surprisingly, these pet owners are often willing to spend extra money to indulge their pets and care for their health, treating their pets as if they are their own children. This represents a huge opportunity for both you and me. The problems with multiplying your pet sitting business after COVID-19. Problem number one, you're filled with fear. This is what I keep hearing. Understandably, you're concerned about the state of the world and not sure if you should put yourself and your business out there. This will come to an end. There have been many pandemics before COVID-19 that have come and gone. And as we just covered, there are huge opportunities for you right now in the pet sitting industry. Or are you going to let those opportunities pass you by and not take action because of fear? Or are you going to act in spite of fear? Problem number 2, you are running your business reactively and not strategically. Most pet sitters I speak with are sitting back and just waiting to see what happens. They're not planning how to strategically build their businesses back. Working on your business only when you need to is working in a reactive way. But when you work on your business every day and prepare for the future, you are working in a strategic way. Now is the time to get your sales, hiring, and business systems into place so that you're ready to take full advantage of this huge opportunity that awaits you. Problem number 3, you're not focused on building your support team, or you're hiring the wrong people to represent you and your company. Again, there are going to be so many new clients up for grabs. Plus, your current customer list is going to need service. Are you prepared or able to service all of those customers? Hi, Morgan Toner in Malvern, another neighbor. Malvern, that's where my kids go to school in Malvern. Team building is your fast track to growth, but you need to make sure that you're attracting the right people to join your team of pet professionals, and that you have systems in place to ensure they're ready to do an A+ job for you before they start. All right. So again, team building is your fast track to growth. So again, with all of the new pets who have been purchased and adopted, there are so many clients up for grabs. Do you have the infrastructure and support team in place to be able to support a slew of new clients? If I were to tell you today, I have 100 clients that I could hand to you, would you be able to service them? My guess is probably not. Here's what I know and my core premise. Growing and scaling your business after COVID-19 to 10K or more a month is absolutely possible when you implement my proven multiply formula. So today, our workshop is how to make 10K or more a month in your pet sitting business without having to work 365 days a year. And for those that are showing up late, you want to make sure you have your workbooks out, because this is a workshop where we're going to sit down and do the work so you can create your action plan. The link, if you scroll up in the chat, the link's there. Actually, Abernathy, will you post that link again?
Of course.
Thank you.
You bet.
All right. Today, 3 strategies to multiply your pet sitting business so you can create more money, more freedom, and more impact in your life. Number 1, build your sales systems to attract new clients, wow them, and incentivize them to book from you more frequently. Having strategic systems to make consistent sales in your business is the first step to grow and multiply your pet sitting business. Here's a quick reminder. Making money in your business is the goal. Too many pet sitters leave it up to chance. Case study number 1 is Heidi Zaza from Heidi'sHinghamHounds.com. She understood how valuable her time was, so she devoted it all to her business growth, and in return had rapid results in her business. Heidi was clear on what exactly she wanted her business to look like. She wanted to build a business where she was in the manager role and had a team of sitters right from the get-go. Like some of you here, you already told me that's your why in the chat. She didn't want to get stuck in the difficult pattern of working in her business instead of on her business. She wanted to create a 6-figure business in less than a year so she could have independence and freedom to enjoy her life. Heidi achieved her goal because she dedicated her time to business growth and team building. Step 1, build your sales system. All right, so we're going to open up your workbooks, and we are on step 1, action item A. We're going to brain dump all the ways that you will attract new clients to your business. So I'm going to go through a whole bunch of strategies here, guys. Get your pen out and start writing them. And then I want you to star the ones that you're going to implement this week. All right, marketing strategies. Building a client attractive website. I see too many websites that are just kind of thrown up there. They're pretty much just a brochure. They're not interactive. They don't have videos. They don't have web forms. There is a formula for creating a client attractive website. All right. So you really should focus your time on having a website that converts. You want to add a lead magnet to your website. You want to offer your visitors something of value in exchange for their first name and email address so that you can automatically follow up with them with the goal of converting them into a paying customer. You can join a networking group. One of the easiest ways to build your client list, especially when you're first starting, is joining a networking group in your area where you go every single week. You do not miss it. And it's such an easy way for the other members of the networking group to refer customers to you. Everybody needs a pet sitter. Create a time-sensitive offer to create urgency. So you can create, a high-value coupon that they need to use within 7 days, or else the coupon expires. So we're creating urgency to have them book from you sooner than later. Actively participate in local Facebook groups. You should be joining all of the local Facebook groups in your area. And they don't have to just be pet related. You can have moms of the main line or pet lovers of Westchester. Do some research and get in those groups. People are always asking for referrals for pet sitters in there. All right, you can blog and guest blog. So blogging on your own website. So you're creating these amazing articles that are search engine optimized. That way people can find them online. And you are positioning yourself as an expert when you blog. And again, you're going to help, it's going to help with the SEO of your website. But you're giving something of value to your prospects and your customers. You can also guest blog on other people's websites and then point back to your own website. So they can be on a different website, read your blog. Oh, this sounds great. Link to it, and they're going to be taken to your website. Showcase testimonials on social media. Testimonials is social proof, is free, and one of the most powerful marketing strategies that you can implement. So getting a picture of the pet that you're taking care of with the testimonial next to it and showcase it on Facebook, showcase it on Instagram. People are going to be like, oh, great. And then you can even add your time-sensitive offer with the testimonial to incentivize people to use your services. Grassroots marketing activities. So many people I speak to and pet sitters are just hiding behind their computers. Get out into your communities. Go hang up flyers, put your marketing postcards in other establishments. Getting out from behind the computer and creating relationships with other pet-related businesses and other businesses in your area is an easy way to grow your client list. Search engine optimize your website. People, when they go to Google, what do they type in to find pet sitters in your area? Is it Philadelphia pet sitter? Is it dog walkers in Philadelphia? You want to make sure that you have those keywords on your website so that you show up on the first page of Google. Okay, you can run contests. You can build strategic alliances and referral partnerships. So strategic alliances would be other businesses that service the same target market as you, so pet owners, but they're not in direct competition with you. So they're not actually pet sitting businesses. So think pet photographers, think pet stores, think groomers. You guys should be having relationships with these other businesses and referring each other back and forth. A referral partnership is any business that's going to refer you business. I used my example of my neighbor Claire across the street. She owns Home Cooked. She makes these pre-made meals. She always has my marketing materials out on her on the table right when you walk in. I get so many new clients from people going into Home Cooked. Laura, it stands for search engine optimization. That's how Google is going to be able to index your site so that people can find you. Good question. You can run paid advertising. So Google AdWords, Facebook ads, YouTube ads. You can create a referral program. So letting your customers know, hey, if you refer me and my business to one of your friends, I'm going to give you X amount off your next service order. You can run a direct mail campaign. People read snail mail. So many different ways you can run a direct mail campaign. You can use a company like sendoutcards.com. If you want to drop that link in the chat, Abernathy, that would be great. Just an easy way to send out postcards and run direct mail campaigns. Write a warm letter. So this is a letter that you're going to send out to every single person on your contact list, people that know, like, and trust you, letting them know about your business, letting them know that you love and appreciate referrals, let them know you're hiring. I mean, you can put whatever you want in the warm letter, but the idea is we're trying to create a non-paid sales force that's going to go out and help you build your business. Create a stay in touch marketing campaign for your current customer list. So important. It's I forget the percentage, but I think it's 3 times more difficult to acquire a new customer than it is to have a current customer book from you more frequently. So these people have already said, yes, I love your pet sitting service. Reach out to them, keep in touch with them, run campaigns to them, and incentivize them to book from you more frequently. You can run promotions to your current customer list. You can run promotions to prospects who inquired about your service but never signed up. You can offer add-on services to create additional revenue in your business. What else can you provide your customers that's going to be of value to them? I'm sure there's more than just taking care of their pets that you could do for them. I have a whole list of concierge services that we offer to our customers. So this is going to increase the amount of the invoice. Okay. The client is happier because we're taking care of more for them than we would just if we were caring for their pets. And the sitter makes more money. So it's a win-win-win. You can donate your pet sitting services to charities. I do this often. I do a high value gift certificate. You can host live events. You can use your email signature to make an offer. You can use car magnets. I personally have never used car magnets with my business, but I do have a lot of students that swear by car magnets. You can send out a press release to local media. Don't forget about the local newspapers. They're always looking for stories. So you come up with the idea, you send them a press release, and they're going to print it for you. You can record YouTube and Instagram videos or TikTok videos now. You can participate on the Nextdoor app. You can run employee contests where your sitters are actually getting incentivized to bring you new business. So for every new client that they refer, they get something in return. Okay. So now you have all the marketing, some 35 marketing strategies. Now I want you to star what you are going to do this week. All right. So pick at least 2 strategies that we just went over, and I want you to take action. All right. Step 1, action item B. I want you to choose your calendar of choice. You can purchase a dry erase calendar from Amazon, or you can use a Google Calendar, which is what I love to use. I can easily share it with my team, but whatever you prefer, choose your calendar. Step 1, action item C. I want you to commit at least 2 hours of focus time per day to business growth activities. Add the time block to your calendar for when you're going to work on your business each day, and commit to show up and do the work for yourself and for your business. And you have to get really good. You're going to block out that time, and you need to protect it. So you're not going to take any last minute pet sits. You're not going to answer your phone and talk to your girlfriend. You're not going to check emails. You're not going to do scheduling. You're actually going to be working on your business growth activities. All right, step 1, action item D. Now you're going to fill in your marketing calendar. So that calendar of choice that you chose, we're actually going to fill it in. So we're going to plug in all of your marketing activities onto your marketing calendar for the year. If you take the time to do this and you plan all of this out ahead and you take all of the thinking out of it, all you need to do is show up and implement the strategies. All right. So it's 2 hours a day, Monday through Friday. You are focused on business growth activities. You have it all planned. You have it all mapped. So all you have to do is look at the calendar and say, okay, this is what I'm going to do this week. When you have your marketing mapped out for the year, you never have to guess where your next client is coming from. You have each strategy systematized and scheduled for every week of the year. You just need to show up and implement the strategy, or you can delegate it to someone on your team to implement. So I used to do all of that back in the day. Now I have a team where I can easily delegate any of those marketing strategies. Again, it's leveraging yourself through your support team. ABM, always be marketing so you always have clients. This systematic strategic action will make you consistent sales in your pet sitting business that will compound over time. Case study number 2 is Andrea Fenner of iHeartWalkies.com, who embraced my ABM system and has since grown her business substantially. Andrea used to stress about when and how she was going to find her next client. She didn't have a system in place that brought her a consistent pipeline of new clients. After implementing my Always Be Marketing system, She brings in new clients daily and has increased her revenue by 129%. Andrea now services 455 clients, employs 24 sitters, and a full-time manager. Her annual business revenue in 2019 was $227. I did speak with her the other night, and she said she's at about 85% capacity after COVID. So she is almost back to where she was, which is amazing.
Awesome.
And Andrea attributes so much of her success to my ABM system. Okay, I'm going to take a sip. Lots of talking. What calendar are you guys going to use for your marketing calendar? Let me know in the chat. You can use iCal, you can use Google Calendar, you can do a paper calendar, you can do a dry erase calendar. Which one are you going to use? All right, Laura's going to use Google, Mike is going to use paper, Morgan's going to use a Google Calendar, the best. I use a paper calendar too. Okay, Doe is going to use paper, Joanne's going to use both Google and dry erase. Nancy's going to do dry erase, Christina's going to do dry erase board in your office, and Google as a backup. Yeah, so I pretty much used everything with Google, but I do use this. This is something I started using, the You're a Badass, for my weekly planning, which everything's on my calendar, my Google Calendar, but when I do my weekly planning, I sit down and I fill it in here as well. So it's like I have it digitally and then I also have it written, just seals in a little better. Okay, we're moving on to step 2, which is create replicable, repeatable systems so you can easily delegate and quickly scale your pet sitting business. I want you to really hear this. The system runs the business and the person runs the system. I'm going to say that again. The system runs the business and the person runs the system. Oh, Joanne just asked. It's the You Are a Badass at Making Money. Jen Sincero, she wrote that book, which by the way, I highly recommend. Love, love, love it. And this is her planner. So you can get this on Amazon.
I'm getting the link for you. I knew that was coming.
Oh, thank you, Abernathy.
Stay on top of it, girlfriend. Try it.
Given, Joanne. Okay. All right. So documented systems and processes to make it possible for you to scale your business. This is the secret sauce. Many business owners inadvertently create systems that depend entirely on themselves or their employees without even realizing it. For example, if you're the only one in your business who knows how to onboard new clients, then you are your new client onboarding system. If anything happens to you, your system disappears. But what if you wrote down your daily routine for processing new clients and all the information you know to keep your business running? Now you're suddenly creating documented systems. What would you need to document to ensure that your business keeps running? Think about it this way. Would your business be able to run if something ever happened to you? So step number 2, we're going to document your systems and processes. Step 2, action item A, let's brain dump. We're going to do like we did with the marketing strategies. We're going to brain dump a list of tasks that you do more than once in your business. All right, so here we go. Get your pen and paper out. We are on step 2, action item A. All right. You need a system for client prospect phone calls. So how does the phone call go? What information do you get from the prospect? Do you have a script? New client onboarding. How do you onboard a new client? It should be the same every single time, step 1 through step 20. It needs to be, so somebody would get it. Okay, this is how you're going to onboard your new client. New client sitter assignment process. How do you choose the sitter that's going to care for this client's pet? There needs to be a very simple system that somebody can follow, that they know exactly how to assign the sitter. A pet grievance system. What do you do when one of your clients loses a pet? Weekly Google review requests. Sitter lockouts. What is the system when a sitter locks themselves out of a house? How do you handle client scheduling? How do you make website updates? How do you handle client payments and refunds? What are your financial systems? Do you have a weekly profit first system in place that you're following week to week? How do you handle client meetings? So meet and greets, registration meetings. The sitter or you should know exactly, we pull in the driveway, we are wearing a t-shirt with the company logo on it. We walk up, we ring the doorbell. I mean, I'm talking that specific, that the sitter would know, okay, I'm going to take over these registration meetings. This is exactly how they are operated. What is your weekly newsletter system? And that would be part of your ABM, always be marketing system. How do you handle sitter job posts? How do you process sitter prospects? There should be a whole system in place when somebody's interested in working with your company. What are the steps that are followed? How do you conduct sitter interviews? How do you onboard a new sitter? How do you offboard a sitter? How do you run payroll? How do you manage all the keys? How are pet sitting visits supposed to be conducted? What happens if a pet in your care becomes sick? What do you do when you have inclement weather? If you have a snowstorm, we had this crazy rainstorm like a month ago, maybe it was even 6 weeks ago. What do you do in those cases? How do you handle cancellations? How do you handle sitter coverage if the sitter gets sick, if the sitter runs out of gas, if the sitter gets in a car accident? How are you getting their visits covered? How do you handle team meetings? What do you do if someone leaves you a negative review online? I saw somebody in the free Facebook group today, somebody that was clearly mentally ill wrote something really horrible about this sitter that was completely untrue, and the sitter did not know what to do or how to handle it. There should be a system for that. What are your marketing systems? All the things that we covered in step 1. How do you handle sitter incident reports or client incident reports? What do you do when a client gets a new pet? How do you handle lock boxes? How do you handle your blog or your content? How do you handle email or internal communications? How do you want the team communicating with each other? You should have your pet sitting software all mapped out. I literally wrote all the systems for my software, which is Blue Wave Professional Pet Sitter. I mean, maybe 15 years ago, that we still use to this day. Sue always has it, my manager always has it out on her desk. It was very time intensive at the time, but I have used it for now 15 years. Sitter client introduction. So do you have a system in place to let the client meet the sitter before the sitter actually goes over for the registration meeting? So we have an email campaign where the client gets an email with a sitter introduction, with a video and a write-up of the sitter before the sitter even goes to the client's house to conduct the registration meeting. How do you handle client firing, these clients that you don't want to work with anymore? All right. So step 2, action item B, I want you to outline each system in a step-by-step format. Okay. So right now I want you to pick one system and I want you to let me know in the chat, pick a system. And then I want to workshop a little bit where you're going to outline and get the basic ideas out of your head and onto paper. But we're going to outline this in a step-by-step format. So let me know in the chat, which system are you going to choose? Micah, payroll, good one. Hello. What system are you going to outline? Okay. Nancy, onboarding clients, good. Finola, onboarding. Joe said weekly Google reviews. Okay, good. So that's going to be your title, weekly Google reviews. Purpose would be to gather Google reviews so that your Google My Business can be optimized and you can be found online. Okay. Step 1, write your email draft to your customers. Step 2, every Friday at 3 p.m., choose 3 of your best customers to send the weekly review request. Step 3, and then if you got the review, follow up with a thank you email to your client. I'm doing this off the top of my head, but this is what it would look like. Does this make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, good. All right, so I'm going to give you a minute to get the thoughts out of your head onto paper. Okay, good. And I have in your workbook, guys, we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5 blank SOP worksheets. After we're done this workshop, I want you to pick a couple more SOPs and I want you to write them out here too. I teach my students in my Multiply Mastermind program. We spend a lot of time on systems in that program, and we use Google Drive to organize their business hubs, and we use Google Docs to create the SOPs. So you can write them out here to get like the ideas out of your head, but having like an online cloud-based location for your SOPs is a smart idea. That way you can easily share it with your team, if that makes sense. So Google Drive, Google Docs for SOPs. Okay. I'll give you 1 more minute to write out those steps. So anything that you find yourself doing more than once, when you're sitting at your desk and you're working, you're like, oh, I've done that 3 times this week. You need an SOP for it. So anything that you're doing that's repeating, you want to be able to document it. And the idea is then you can delegate it to your team. You're not the only person that can run the system. Anybody can read the SOP and know how to implement the system. Okay. Are we ready to go? Give me a GTG for good to go in the chat if I can move on to the 3rd step. GTG. Okay. And make the steps so simple a 4th grader could follow it. If my son Connor, who's 10, read your SOP, he would be able to follow it. That is how basic and simple you want these steps to be. If you want to copy, what'd you say?
I was going to say, remember, common sense is not common. That's the only other thing that we talk about with our students often. Common sense is not common.
Yes, exactly. If you want a copy of my actual new client onboarding system, you can go to messagecolleen.com and send me the word SOP. I will then send it right over to you. All right. So again, go to messagecolleen.com. Jessica, if you want to put that in the chat, that would be great. And send me the word SOP. All right. And tools I use to document my systems, like I said, I love using Google Drive. And then I also always include screen recordings of what I'm doing. So not only is it in outline format, but I'm also recording my screen using an app called Loom, which creates a video link. So the person that's reading the SOP can have the steps and then click the Loom link and actually have a video of how to do it as well. Okay. This is the foundation of your business, my friends. Your ability to multiply to 10K or more all depends on the behind the scenes processes of your business. You're creating something of value when you create these SOPs. All right. So the idea here is we want to create a turnkey business, something of value where somebody could step in. If you were to sell your business, you know, a couple of years from now, the person would buy the business and know exactly how your business runs through all of your SOPs. All right. Again, the system runs the business, the person runs the system. All right. Step 3, we're going to build a dream team of pet care providers to massively multiply your pet sitting business. My throat gets dry. So much talking. Okay. Here we go. My favorite business advice. Stop working in your business and start working on your business. The year that I decided to stop doing the pet sitting and hired my first 3 pet sitters was the year that I had explosive growth in my business. Why was there such substantial growth? Because I stopped working in my business and I started working on my business. It's really that simple. Freeing up my time to focus on business building and revenue generating activities made all the difference to my bottom line. Hint, the year I hired my first office manager, I increased my revenue by an additional $53,000. That was another big jump. So let's run some numbers to illustrate this point. Let's assume that currently it's you doing all the pet sitting. You have a packed schedule of 12 visits per day at $22 a visit, 7 days per week. This equals 264 per day, 1,848 per week, 7,392 per month. On paper, this seems great. I remember the days that I strived for this. But let me be clear, this is not an equation for a happy and healthy life. This is a recipe for burnout, mistakes, unhappy clients, and an unhappy life. I know because I lived it. To make a substantial income in this industry and to achieve a freedom-based lifestyle you deserve, you need to leverage yourself through a team of heart-centered pet care professionals who hold the same beliefs, values, and pet care philosophy that you do. All right, now let's restructure your business. Say you decide to keep 6 midday dog walking clients, 6 visits a day at 22 per visit, 5 days a week. You're now making 132 per day, 660 per week, 2,640 per month. Next, you hire 3 pet sitters to absorb the rest of your current clients and to take on new clients. All right, so here are the 3 sitter equations, sitter 1, sitter 2, sitter 3. They're all the same. This is used for an example purpose. Sitter 1 has 8 visits a day at 22 per visit. That's 176 per day, 1,232 per week, 4,928 per month for the business. Say you take 50%, so 2,464 goes to the sitter and 2,464 goes to the business. All right, so this is the same equation. Like I said, it's for example purposes. It's not going to be this clean and neat, obviously, but sitter 1, sitter 2, and sitter 3. Your midday walking income. All right, so now you're doing the 6 midday walks Monday through Friday. All right, so is 2,640 per month. All right, so from sitter 1, you're making 2,464. Sitter 2, 2,464. Sitter 3, 2,464. And then your owner's pay from your midday walks is 2,640. That equals $10,032 per month. The gross revenue for the business equals $17,424 per month. Now, let's look back at your previous structure. You are making $7,392 per month, but you're working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. You have no life. By bringing on only 3 pet sitters and drastically lightening your load, you're now making $10,032 per month. So you're making more money, but you're working less. Are you guys getting this? Is this making sense? Let me know in the chat. Yes, this is making sense, or no. Doe said she's been having difficulty finding high quality sitters. Yeah, Doe, we talk about in my mastermind program too, we talk about creating an attraction system, because you're right. You don't want to hire people that are not high quality. That's the worst thing you can do. So I agree. But if you have your attraction system that you're working each and every day, each and every week, it becomes easier. All right, everybody's getting this. Morgan says, yes, I'm still a solo, but yes, my neighbor, Morgan. Okay. By leveraging yourself through a very small team, you can make more money and also have the time to enjoy your life. That is the key, you guys. Your business should serve you. You shouldn't serve your business. And for those high achieving pet sitters who do have dreams of growing a larger business, you now have gifted yourself the time to work on your business and market your business so you can service more clients and therefore make more money and have even more free time. All right, so it's a cycle, just goes around and around and around. All right, the more time you have to work on your business, the more money you're going to make. All right, now I want to take this a few steps further so you can really see the power of a team. All right, so let's say you have 20 sitters working 5 days a week. Each sitter has 6 visits a day at 22 per visit. This is 2,640 in daily revenue, 13,200 in weekly revenue, 52,800 in monthly revenue. Your 50% equals $26,400 per month. Pretty great, right? All right, guys, case study number 3 is Courtney Anderson of WaggityTails.com. She leveraged herself through a team and experienced explosive growth. Courtney decided to start building her team 1 year after she launched her business in 2014. She now employs 13 pet sitters and a part-time office manager. Her team services 200 plus clients and 50 recurring weekly clients. How great is that? Courtney's yearly revenue has increased by 652%, and she attributes her massive success to the power of a team. Oh, and she's now a stay-at-home mom. She has children and she has an income, and she can be at home with her kids, which is great. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Colleen, why should I hire during such uncertain times? With all the new pets who have been purchased and adopted, there are so many clients up for grabs. Do you have the infrastructure and support team in place to be able to support a slew of new clients? All right, so step 3, let's start the team building process. Step 3, action item A. All right, let's get to action item A. I want you to write your ideal sitter profile. So going back to what Doe was saying, finding high quality people. All right, so this is where it all starts. This is an attraction method. Your ideal sitter profile includes all the traits you're looking for in the pet sitters that you want to hire. All right, so their age, where do they live, their location, what education level are they, what are their personality traits, what's their experience with animals, what do you want for their communication skills, their technology skills, and how they present themselves. Getting as specific as you possibly can, literally closing your eyes and picturing like the person that you would love to hire. If you have hired before, think of your favorite sitters. What was their traits that made them so great? If you've never hired before, think about what makes you an amazing pet sitter. Or if you've had someone come take care of your pets, what did you love about them? But getting really, really clear on the ideal sitter that you would like to bring onto your team is an important first step. All right, so I'm going to give you a minute to fill out this worksheet. I don't understand Micah's question. Micah, the 50% compensation scale is standard in the pet sitting industry. So the owner takes 50%, the pet sitter takes 50%. You're covering the payroll costs. You have all of the liability. You're paying for all the software. You're paying for all the marketing. You're paying for all of that. So it's your operating expenses, and then what your profit is on that. So that's pretty standard. So I hope I answered your question. Oh, and how much am I paying out for insurance for employees? That's going to differ from company to company. It's really not that expensive, to be honest. But if you go to Pet Sitter Associates, they have a great insurance plan through Moore Foster that I love. I used to be with Business Insurers of the Carolinas. I think that the Pet Sitter Associates has a better plan, in my opinion. But it's usually per sitter, and it's going to differ between companies. Is that right, Abernathy? Anything to add with that?
Nope, you're good.
It could be, Laurie. I mean, it depends if you have employees or independent contractors, but just like as a rule of thumb, 50% is usually what people are paying. I do 45% because I have employees. So they're actually making a little less because I had to cover all the employment taxes and such. Okay, guys, give me a GTG when you're ready to go. All right, GTG. Okay. Now we're on step 3, action item B. We're going to write a detailed sitter job description. We're going to include your mission statement. What is the mission of your company? You're going to want to include the areas that you service. So the zip codes that you service. What services do you provide? Are you strictly dog walking? Do you do pet sitting? Do you do house sitting? Do you do concierge services? So getting really clear on what you actually offer in terms of services with a summary. What are the requirements for the position? Do they need to be available specific times? Do they need a car? Do they need a cell phone? Do they need to pass a background check? Do they need to complete a pet first aid class? What are the requirements? What positions are you actually hiring for? You may offer house sitting, pet sitting, and dog walking, but you may only need house sitters. So which positions are you hiring for? What's the compensation? So getting really, really clear. This is how we compensate you for your services. This is the percentage, so on and so forth. And I like to include earning potential because I think it's important for the people that are prospects to work with my company. They need to understand that the more available they are, their earning potential drastically increases. People that just come on and they want to work here and want to work there, their earning potential is very low. And I just want to I want them to understand that right from the get-go. Morgan, I actually pay more for house sitting. I do 60% to the sitter, I believe. I have to look that up, but I believe it's 60%. You're welcome. All right. Step 3, action item C. You have to post your job to an online job board. Okay. There's many, many attraction strategies. This is the most simple when you're first starting. Okay. But you want to start with Indeed and/or Craigslist. I know Craigslist is terrible in some markets. It's good here in the Philadelphia area. I find great sitters on Craigslist, but if not, do Indeed. Okay. So you want to have your headline. So you want to use keywords. All right. You want it to say pet sitter or dog walker or house sitter. That way people that are going on Indeed or Craigslist, it's searchable. Again, search engine optimized. So make sure you're using keywords. And you want to include questions they can answer yes to. So we call these pull marketing questions. Do you want to get 10,000 steps a day while walking furry pals? Do you want to have fresh air and fuzzy faces every day? Things like this. People are like, yes, I would love that. You want a quick summary of your company, the areas that you service. So again, your zip codes that you service, what positions you're hiring for, the benefits of working with your company. Why would I want to work with your company over this other company? List it out. And of course, how to apply. So at my pet sitting company, we have a specific URL. It's apply2petnanny.com. That way it's very easy for me to put in these job posts, or when I'm online, or if I am chatting with somebody on Messenger that's interested in working, I can just go say, go to apply2petnanny.com. It takes them right to the job application. So that's a little marketing tip for you. Or you can just put the URL on your website. So petnannymainline.com/jobs or something like that. All right. All right. Minimum wage has gone up. How do we compete with that? This is much more than minimum wage. So in Pennsylvania, I mean, this is, let's just say it's $25 a visit. They get paid half of that for a half an hour. That's way higher than minimum wage. Yeah. And again, you have to raise your rates. Thank you, Abernathy. Said, Joanne, you'll have to raise your rates to make sure that you are paying your staff the minimum wage. Mine is $15 also, and very doable. And you don't have to charge an arm and a leg to cover both you and the sitter. Good. Okay. All right, guys. Again, there are so many pet owners who are searching for quality professional pet care for their furry loved ones. There is a huge opportunity for all of us to take advantage of in this industry. Now is the time to map out your consistent sales systems. Now is the time to document all of your systems and processes. Now is the time to get your support team in place to handle all of the new business. Now is the time. Again, from the beginning of this workshop, acting in a strategic way versus a reactive way and just hoping and praying and seeing what happens. So yes or no, do you see how you can multiply your business? Let me know in the chat. Laura said, I need to get ready for another meeting, but thanks. And I have one-on-one call with you later this week. Oh, great. All right. Yes, yes. Good. Joe says yes. Morgan says yes. Do you guys see how you can multiply your business? Lori says yes. Yes, but it seems daunting. Well, a strong focus now creates a different future later. So you can keep doing things the way you're doing them and have the same result, or you can put the work in now to create a different future for yourself where your business isn't running you. You have financial freedom and you have the time to enjoy your life. Unfortunately, I can't, I could just go like this and make it happen for all of you, but there is, work that you need to put into it to create that reality. And you can create any reality you choose, by the way. Okay. Walks are very slow. Okay. I do see it on paper, but when speaking with clients, a rate increase may be an issue currently. Absolutely not, Joanne. I mean, the cost of living has gone up exponentially. It cost me $78 to fill my gas tank today. I wanted to throw up. I was like, oh, that the cost of living has gone up substantially. All right. So you have every right to charge what you're worth and to be in line with what's going on in our economy. So don't be afraid of that, honestly. All right. So today we went over 3 strategies for multiplying your pet sitting business so you can create more money, freedom, and impact in your life. 1, build your sales system to attract new clients, wow them, and incentivize them to book from you more frequently. 2, create replicable, repeatable systems so you can easily delegate and quickly scale your pet sitting business. And 3, build a dream team of pet care providers to massively multiply your pet sitting business. So what you may need now. Number 1, a one-on-one personalized strategy for your specific business. Number 2, clarity around how you can scale to 6 figures and beyond. I mapped it out for you with these examples, but you still may have some questions. Number 3, what shifts you need to make in your business and your mindset to move forward. And number 4, your exact next steps. So today I'm offering a 10K month pet sitting blueprint strategy session. On the call, we have a free personalized session. It's a business assessment to see what pieces are missing in your business that are keeping you from scaling it. A framework that you can continue to return to gain clarity on how to multiply your business, and a step-by-step action plan. So your chance for a free personalized 10K month pet sitting blueprint strategy session, go to meetwithcolleen.com, grab a spot on the calendar. I would love to chat with you. Only 10 spots are available, so don't wait now. Go to meetwithcolleen.com. Ooh, whoops. All right, hold on. Sorry, guys, I messed that up. All right, so let's do some Q&A. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
All righty. What questions do you guys have about all of this? Marketing, systematizing, team building. What can I help you guys with? Fanula. Again, I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. I'm so sorry. I answered this a couple minutes ago, but for you to find high quality people, you need to create an attraction system that you're implementing every single week. So you're going to sit down at your computer, you know exactly what you need to do to attract the right people, get these prospects into your pipeline, and get them on a Zoom interview. People are like, okay, I'm just going to post to an online job board, or I'm just going to hope and pray that someone fills out a job application. There's so many things that you can do to attract sitters to your business, but it's up to you to show up each and every week and implement the strategy so that you can find the right people. All right. And what if let's shift the mindset. What if it was easy to find good people? Let's start using like that type of language, because our words create our reality, right?
Yep.
All right. Are there any other questions today, Abernathy?
No, ma'am, there isn't right now. Oh, wait, got to thank you.
Okay, I do see it on paper. Okay, I think we can review in the future. I signed up the chat. Good, awesome. All right, guys, this is what I teach. This is what I teach my students, how they can make $10,000 or more a month. All right, by creating their sales, documenting their systems, and building their support team. Again, the goal is to create a turnkey business, something of value for yourself, creating an income stream where you're not the person that's actually out doing the client work. You are on the other side of the business. You have an income stream, you're making money, and you actually have the time to enjoy your life and to continue working on growing your business. All right, this is what I teach. So if this is something that you would like to do, I highly suggest you schedule a call. I would love to talk with you about your business and to see if I can help you create the results that you want. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. Jessica Abernathy, thank you so much as well. I will see you guys soon, and don't hesitate to reach out with any questions. Again, message Colleen.com and message me SOP if you are interested in getting a copy of my new client onboarding SOP, petsittingfreebie.com for all of your freebies that I created for you. And that's all I got. All right, guys, I will see you later. Bye.